Well, she's got some play now.
She's got some play, Jesse. If she gets another big hand, goes all in, gets called, she's on 10,000. She's not out of this yet.
4 still fighting for the money and glory. And the scorecards say it's far from over.
It's far from over now. Renee's got a lot stronger. 15, you know, nearly 15,000 pounds is a lot to deal with. But Gregory and David and Sylvia, if they have a heads-up confrontation and an all-in, one of them could be very strong as well.
Yeah, all to play for here. And how will Trey Brabham react from the resistance he met last time? Well, it hasn't slowed him down. I guess there's your answer, right?
That's your answer.
2,500.
It's not a very big raise.
3,500.
Oh, excuse me, 3,500. It is a big raise. 1 plus 25.
Oh, what a great hand for Sylvia to go up against. She's push them all in. Shove them all in, Sylvia. Shove them in. Good.
Yeah,
girl.
she's got the goods. And she has a bit of information there because Trey could not call the last re-raise. She senses he may be at it.
Yeah. No, Renee's going to fold. He's going to leave these to it because Trey's going to call the rest of the money. He's going to find he's in dire straits here.
Well, there's no way Trey can lay this down. The re-raise was only about 1,800. Dave Gregory let these two fight it out, and Sylvia beat all in, but she'll. Oh, Trey wants a count. But there's really only one decision.
Yeah, there's only one decision now. There's a chance to knock someone else out, and he's probably getting good pot odds as well. And he's got a great. It's a good hand with only 4 players. And the last time he had ace-8, he hit a massive flop.
Yeah, ace-8 suited his lucky hand right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you have confidence when you hit
18.
when you have the same hand.
I call.
Yeah.
And the clubs will be live, but Sylvia will be happy when she sees Trey's hand. Ace-Jack, a good favorite over ace-8 at this stage, although we did see a jack out.
She wants to see red cards, and she wants to see a jack.
Clubs are an 8.
She wants to see no dark cards. No clubs, please. If you're Sylvia, you're thinking no clubs, no clubs, no clubs, no 8. No 8.
Sylvia all in. This pot over 12,000. If she can double through here, Sylvia will have her highest. Oh, no, there's an 8.
Oh,
8.
oh, that's just such bad luck.
Wow.
Ugly flop for Sylvia. She'll need a running cards for a straight or a jack. Any jack. There's 2 in the deck right now.
If it's not a jack, a 10 would be nice.
The wind has been taken out of her sails by that flop.
Oh.
And now she's just down to 2 eyes, 2 one-eyed jacks in the deck here.
She's got 3 cards to help her.
Yep.
Not much hope.
And Renee folded one of those, remember, so she has 2 cards. 2 cards left to help her. She's over 20 to 1 shot here.
Dire situation. Not for Trey. He's looking very strong.
No.
It's not a jack. The 8s are going to hold up. And Sylvia, she did about all she could with the cards she got. She got her money in a great spot, but she'll be out in 4th position, back to New York City.
Oh, it's a cruel game, poker. It really is sometimes. She had the best hand. She made the right move. She could have doubled up and had nearly 11,000 pounds, and now she's out.
Good game.
Hard luck, Sylvia.
Looking at that hand once again, Sylvia couldn't have been happier when these cards went on their backs, but the flop changed everything. That snowman made it a cold night for Sylvia McNamara, and the 2 8s holding up against ace high to put us 3-way and put Trey way on top. And wow, that ace-8, if Trey gets ace-8 again, it's hard to see him fold in that hand.
Yeah, it's a dead man's hand. They call it the dead man's hand, and for him, it's been a great hand for him tonight.
And now, down to just 3 players. Renee Moritzen wouldn't have minded seeing Sylvia double through there. They're trying to make some headway into Trey Brabham's stack, but it's so hard. Dave Gregory now the short stack.
How much is it?
Looking at this leaderboard here, the pie chart, it's pretty well spread out. Trey with more than twice as much as his nearest competitor.
Well, it's going to be really tough to take him back now, it really is. It's all down to the cards now. Who gets that little bit of luck?
Yeah, and you'd like to be in Trey's position because he can afford to take either of these players all in, and he can survive even should he lose. He'll still be at or near the chip lead. Well, that is a very nice hand for Renee.
It's great to have a good hand on the button because people think you might be stealing, but when you do have a great hand as ace-queen is with only 3
Right.
players, you might get a call.
Yeah, three-handed. You're either on the blinds or on the button. And 3,100 pounds is the bet. That's a 2,100
3,100
pound
total.
raise.
Oh, here we go. We're going to see another all-in, and we're going to see another call.
Yep.
This could be very quick. Where we go from 4 to 2 here.
Well, David has 2 ways to play this. He knows that Rene's got an ace.
All
Oh, it's
in.
gone all in. He could have just called, and if there was no ace-king or queen on the flop, then he moves all in. But as it is, he's moved all in pre-flop, in knowing he's got the best hand. So at the moment,
51.
Trey not interested. And Rene will take him on. We'll have Dave Gregory all in here.
yeah, he'll definitely take him on. I mean, little does Dave
5-1.
know that one of his 10s has actually gone, but he's in the lead at the moment.
Cool.
It's about 50-50, but the 10's leading at this stage. And if Dave Gregory can avoid the ace or queen on the board, he will have put himself in a fairly strong position, and Rene will be knee-knocked. But it is Gregory all in here.
He got outdrawn badly last time against Rene in another tournament. Will it happen again?
Oh!
Oh, he's got it. He's got the ace.
Rene, the Dane has been Dave Gregory's boogeyman every time here on this Poker Den, and the really terrible thing about that flop is a 10 of diamonds doesn't help Dave Gregory at all.
No, he's got the 10 of hearts, Dave Gregory, and Rene's got the queen of diamonds, so he needs... There's one card in the whole deck that can help him.
It's got to be the 10 of spades.
It's got to be the 10 of spades, which actually, no, 10 of spades was in Trey's hand. It's the 10... Oh, it's the 10. He's got no outs. He has no outs. There's one 10 left, and it's the 10 of diamonds.
Oh, that's... Well, no, now the 10 of diamonds actually would make Dave Gregory a full house. Actually, that
yes,
8 pairing
yes.
the board has changed things slightly. There is a card in the deck for him.
No,
Well done.
the flush.
Oh,
Good, mate.
poor Dave
Cheers.
Gregory.
Cheers.
Things were looking so good for him early on, and takeaway Dave has just been taken away himself. Friend of Bob the Bushers, but Dave Gregory out here looking at that hand again. He was in a good spot, but the flop was not his friend.
No.
And a flush in the end, beating 2 pair. And Rene Moritzen has found himself head up here again. Well, this poker game started off like a bit of a ballet, but hard rock here. Sylvia McNamara, she put herself in a position to win, but got rooted out. And then very quickly, Dave Gregory sandwiched by the Danish.
If this was
Ham-hock.
cricket, Jesse, this would be like the bowler being on a hat-trick, which means he's taken 2 people out, 2 balls, and the 3rd ball is a hat-trick. In the last 2 hands, 2 people have gone out. Now we're on a hat-trick. How long is this going to last?
Well, how do you handicap this head up? I mean, they're not too far away in chips at this stage. Moritzen has pulled nearly even.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends now on I suppose heads up, there's a lot of skill and you have to change your game heads up, but it's, if you're getting the cards, it does help.
Rene has been in this position on Poker Den before. PartyPoker.com Poker Den. He's won one of these. And he played some very clever head up against Tony G a few weeks ago. Trey, a bit of an
Pass.
unknown quantity. Now in head up poker, the small blind is on the button. He acts first the first round and then second flop and forward. Blinds have been raised. They're 700 and 1,500 pounds now, which is pretty sturdy.
Yeah, it's pretty sturdy.
But there is a lot of play here, isn't there?
There's a long way to go. I don't think this is going to be over just yet.
I mean, both of these players have shown an ability to be very aggressive before the flop. You wonder, does one of them want to play pots and the other one rather play big hands? I mean,
Well, you want to play a hand like that, don't you?
No worries.
Raise.
Thoughts, Roger?
4,000 total.
the raise is
7.5 to go.
2,500 and 2 live cards here for Trey. You won't know how strong a hand he's up against.